Welcome everyone to another video, Vinyl Addict. This is Chili, and on today's video, it's part of my series of non-woke, uncancleable vinyl artists. And today, let me show you some of their albums here. Billy Corgan of the Smashing Pumpkins. So let me just show you some of his work here. This is the album Adore. This one included the song Perfect, Ava Adore, and big band in the 90s. Simon's Dream matches the color of my shirt. That's why I picked this shirt, because it matches this one. This is had Cherub Rock, Today, Disarm, big hits. And the first one was Gish. This was a good album with Siva, Rhinoceros. So before I get into this, don't forget to hit the like button, the share, comment below, and subscribe to this channel if you still have it. Now, the Smashing Pumpkins, Billy Corgan. Now, this band is not a political band as far as what they sing about, what he's, he doesn't use his music as a way to convey messages of the political climate, what he sees. His is more of his views on interviews and whatnot. It's not something like Rage Against the Machine, where they are packaged as a political band, but they don't really speak on political issues as much as far as rebelling against whatever the system is. They seem to have been part of the system and part of the machine, but that's a whole other video altogether. But Billy is more, he's a free speech advocate, so he's been under scrutiny for like 10, 15 years, being vocal about things which he feels he doesn't believe in, like climate change or like a climate change tax, because he felt like if that is the solution to something that he feels is not really exist as far as the science is concerned about it, what is taxing people gonna do? Taxing, for the air you breathe, and where does it end? He feels it's more of a scam. And so he's been attacked about that, and just sort of the SJWs, he was pretty vocal about that, about how they're being weaponized, the SJWs, to go against the First Amendment, freedom of speech, because he said once freedom of speech is gone, that's where everything is going to hell. And big tech, he was very vocal about big tech back in 2016. He was always talking about how these corporations, these big tech corporations, are in cahoots and in bed with these politicians, and they're in bed with China and all these types of things. And so he's not someone who is going to force his views on you, but rather just like, hey, let's discuss this, let's have a debate. He's one of, as a classic liberal is what he used to be. I don't know about now, but he said, so being a classic liberal is more like, I don't believe in what you say, or or I don't agree with what you say, but I will fight and defend you for your right to say it. That kind of liberal, which is really not. I don't really see that kind of liberal as much today as back in the 90s, or probably the late 80s is when we last kind of saw that thing where they were fighting for censorship, and artists would fight for censorship, and whether it was like Madonna or the Two Live Crew, hip hop was really attacked by it. So Now all of that is shifted over. They don't want anyone else to speak unless it, falls in line with what they believe in or what they say. And Billy Corgan is just, really against that, which everyone in America should be against because it's un-American. And because of that, he gets attacked, and I guess if you're not being attacked, then you're not doing something right. But if you are being attacked, then you are doing something right because he's been on mainstream media and he's been on independent media, like InfoWars. Before it was, they got canceled. They got canceled first, and people were all for it, which was dumb because where do they stop? Once they cancel somebody and they get some people to go along with it, then they're going to cancel something else, and all these independent media sources are just going to be stopped, and you're only going to get one source, one news feed, and that's the propaganda machine, and some people just that's all they do watch, and they wouldn't know anything else. And so so he's been very vocal about a lot of things, chemtrails. He's been like all kinds of issues, and I have to commend him for that. And like I said, he's uncancelable. He sells out arenas still. He was on a tour with Jane's Addiction, another great band from the 90s, late 80s. And they were just selling out arenas nationwide. And he has a new album coming out, which is a rock opera. I believe it's like 33 songs. This guy's very prolific. He writes a lot of shit, and a lot of great ideas, musicianship, and just on a different level. And so for someone like that who's a free thinker, great artists, great visionaries, they always tend to see how things are, and when how they view the world and observe the world, because that's what they do, is observe the world and see it for what it really is, and be the voice that that for the voiceless. But then when they're getting canceled out and they're being censored, then that's where the job of the artist, the musician, or the poet, or the movie that you can't see, because they're deeming it, the powers that be, as misinformation, or they're saying it's inappropriate, or it's going to offend people. So we can't have this movie, we can't have this music, we can't have this comedian can't say that. And that's where it seems like where we are right now. And so it's great to have bands like the Smashing Pumpkins around and Billy Corgan to voice these kinds of things. And whether you agree with it or not, it just opens up the debate where you could say, well, you know what, that isn't, a good idea. There's lots of bands and things that are out there that I don't like, but someone else may like them. It's not up for me to say no. Let's not have Metallica records anymore. They're full of shit. But there's some other people that feel like they got something to say. That's on them. I'll stay in my lane. Someone else will stay on their lane, and that's how it should be, right? In a perfect world. And so that's my video for today. Like, comment below. What do you think? You think Billy Corgan is this conspiracy nut? Is he crazy, or do we need more Billy Corgans in the industry? Kind of shaking things up, being out there, doing his culture jam, getting his message and his thoughts out. So, we could just kind of look at it and just make up our own mind from what he says. I think we need more of that. So, go ahead and share this video also, and subscribe if you still haven't, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.